In a small village near a vast green forest, there lived a poor, yet hard-working woodcutter named Tom. Every day, he would venture deep into the forest with his trusty iron axe, chopping wood to sell at the market. Although he didn't have much, he was content with his simple life. One bright morning, Tom set out as usual. The birds chirped cheerfully, and a cool breeze rustled the leaves of the trees. When he reached the edge of a sparkling river, he found a tall, sturdy tree that would provide ample wood. He positioned himself and raised his axe high. Chop, chop. The sound of his axe echoed through the forest. He wiped the sweat from his brow and prepared for another swing when, slip, his fingers lost their grip, and the axe flew from his hands, landing with a loud plop into the deep river. Tom gasped. His only axe, the one tool that provided for his livelihood, was gone. He fell to his knees, staring helplessly at the river's surface. "What will I do now?" he murmured. "Without my axe, I can't work. How will I feed my family?" Just as despair began to settle in, the river shimmered, and a soft, golden light rose from the water. Tom shielded his eyes as a beautiful fairy emerged. She had flowing silver hair, a dress that sparkled like sunlight on water, and eyes that held the wisdom of the ages. "Why are you so sad, kind woodcutter?" the fairy asked, her voice gentle like a breeze. Still astonished, Tom explained his predicament. "My axe fell into the river, and I cannot retrieve it. Without it, I have no way to earn a living." The fairy smiled and dipped her hand into the river. A moment later, she pulled out a gleaming golden axe. "Is this your axe?" she asked, holding it up for Tom to see. Tom's eyes widened, but he quickly shook his head. "No, my axe was not made of gold. Mine was a simple iron axe." The fairy nodded approvingly and reached into the water again. This time, she pulled out a shining silver axe. "Is this your axe?" she asked. Tom admired the beautiful silver axe, yet he remained honest. "No, that is not mine either," he replied. "My axe was not made of silver." The fairy smiled even wider. Finally, she reached into the river one last time and pulled out a worn, rusty iron axe, the very same one Tom had lost. "Is this your axe?" she asked. Tom's face lit up with joy. "Yes, that is my axe. Thank you so much." The fairy's eyes twinkled. "Because you have been honest, I shall reward you." With a wave of her hand, she gifted Tom not only his iron axe, but also the golden and silver axes. Tom's heart filled with gratitude. "Thank you, kind fairy. I will always remember this lesson." He bowed respectfully and carefully carried his axes home. When Tom returned to the village, he shared the story with his neighbors. Some were amazed and praised his honesty, while others, driven by greed, saw an opportunity. "If we throw our axes into the river, the fairy will give us golden and silver axes too," they whispered among themselves. The very next day, a greedy woodcutter named Jack walked to the river. Instead of accidentally dropping his axe, he deliberately tossed it into the water and pretended to cry. "Oh no, my axe has fallen into the river," he wailed. As expected, the fairy appeared. She studied Jack carefully, then reached into the river and pulled out a golden axe. "Is this your axe?" she asked. Jack's eyes gleamed with greed. "Yes, that is mine," he lied. The fairy's smile disappeared. "You are not honest like Tom," she said. "Because of your greed and dishonesty, you shall have nothing." With a wave of her hand, the fairy vanished, taking the golden axe, the silver axe, and even Jack's real axe with her. Jack stood by the river, stunned and empty-handed. From that day on, the villagers learned the importance of honesty. Tom continued to work hard and live a happy, honest life, while Jack regretted his greed for years to come.